keep your bank account separate. Teresa, I hope. Now, she says in interviews, she was just asked, I think on Entertainment Tonight, she says her money's her money and Louie's money's her money. So, okay, girl, because all these people listening don't think that's the case, girl. But she says Juicy's not helping pay for college, and she says Louie is. So, look, I just really, I'm gonna call bullshit on that one. I'm gonna call bullshit on it. I want to know how he's helping pay. I just want to know, you know? And by the way, no, I was gonna say something, and I'm not gonna, because it's mean. It's mean. Look, I don't talk about people's looks. I think that's where it's not acceptable. But I was just going to say something positive about someone's looks, and then I was going to insult someone else, and I'm just going to move on. But is Louie really helping pay for Gabriella's college? I don't know. Again, I'm in the weeds on episode 3. I think I'm missing a lot of the big picture here. Okay. Then we have the scene between Louie and Teresa, and he is he's holding her hand and he loves her. I know their camera's rolling. You all say Sandoval acts. So that's a big claim of the Vanda kids, that everyone's acting as that's Lala's whole soapbox that she's standing on, that everyone acts different when they're on the camera except for Lala, which I'm sorry. Another unpopular opinion. I've always loved Lala. One of my best interviews, both times she was on here. She's so fucking real. I do. I find that. So, I mean, some people say Louie loves the fame, but here's the thing. Teresa is fucking famous. So if you love the fame and you love the whole person, does it matter? They seem happily married to me. Okay. I hope there's no scandal around the corner. I really do. People think I'm so mean. I'm really not. I really hope it works out for the girl. I really do. Now, I once again, I'm looking at my notes here and I don't even understand them. But I don't know. It says Trey innocent. I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay. Teresa explain BDDBC, then not now. I don't even know what the fuck that it means. However, what I do, can anyone interpret that? Teresa explain BDDBCC, then not now. Trey innocent. I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay. But I have a problem with Louie. I have a problem right now with Louie. Bullet point number, whatever the fuck we're up to. Then he's talking about the Fudas, and I just said I wasn't going to comment. I was going to comment on Louie's son, who, by the way, is of age. It said 19, so I'm allowed to say it's Louie's son is really cute. And then I was going to say something in regards to Louie, and it wasn't very nice, and that's why I stopped myself. But Louie's now referring to John Fuda as one ugly motherfucker. I mean, first of all, I don't even think that's really the case if I'm going to weigh in, but regardless, is that nice? Like, is that actually nice to say about someone's looks? I don't like talking about people's looks. I will sit here and we will critique the reunion looks. Of course, that's what we do. We talk about the reunion looks. That is the way you're dressed. Who's best dressed at the Met Gala? Listen, I'm good friends with Melissa Rivers. Okay. I mean, come on. This is what we do. I'm not going to talk about someone's physical looks, their eyes, their nose, their body. I think it's very rude. I really do. It's an objective, it's a standard of what's supposed to be beautiful. And yes, I like to fuck hot people, sure. But I don't like talking about people's looks. I just don't. I think it's really mean. So Louie, I'm not picking on you, dude, but that's not nice. That's not nice saying John Fuda's one ugly motherfucker. And yes, if he said it about Louie, I would say John Fuda, that's not very nice either. Come on. But like, let's give some positive shout outs while we're on looks. I think Dolores this season is looking so fucking good. Oh my God. Really, really good. And I mean, I know everyone's going to criticize me. I think Rachel Fuda is really looking good too. So now we have a blow up doll. We have a blow up doll that the Fudas have got for Joe Gorga. I don't know. I'm not into all this like lowbrow shit, but I'm not above it. I'm not being a snob. I just don't really like sex dolls. I don't I don't really understand the concept of a sex doll. I mean, but look, everybody has weird fetishes, but I mean, that really gets someone off like fucking a sex doll. Again, in the weeds, I told you, I warned you, I don't know what's happening. Episode 3. I don't know if it's because I left the West Coast for the summer, although sadly I have to go back 800 times. But I mean, that Melissa River, she wants to do this in person. I got to go back. But I don't know. I'm really in the weeds here today. Now, Jackie Goldschneider comes onto the screen. I got to say a couple of things here. In the real world, one-on-one, you all know I have had nothing but lovely exchanges with Jackie. I find her to be like Lala, like a real person when I'm speaking to her. But I got to be honest, I can't play favorites. When Jackie comes on the screen, the first fucking thing I think, hand to God, is, oh yeah, she's still on the show. I'm sorry, Jackie. I got to be honest with the Patreons that are listening to Behind the Velvet Rope. I have to be honest. The first thing I think is, oh God, she's still on the screen. Which, listen, girl, it's not an insult. You get to go home to Evan, okay? You win the lottery. Hottest New Jersey house husband, I think, in the history of New Jersey. So, girl, you won the lottery. But I do think, oh yeah, she's still on the season. I'm sorry, girl. Danielle versus Jackie, that's still going on. Jackie would like to know why Danielle fucking hates her. I don't know. Danielle just doesn't like you. I think it's because you talked about how she dressed like a little girl. You're not into the bougie. You're not into the bougie kids. Well, I mean, that's enough of a reason. I do find I don't know Danielle in the real world. I mean, her edit is that she's real, and if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. So, okay. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about life. Your goal, people listening to this right now, your goal in life is not to get other people to like you. That is not your goal today. That is not your goal yesterday. That was not your goal yesterday. That is not your goal tomorrow. That is not your goal today. Your goal is not to get other people to like you. If that is your goal, consciously or subconsciously, somewhere in your mind, and you actually take stock of your life and take a step back and you live your life to try to win people over and get people to like you, stop. Stop it right now. That should not be your goal. Your goal, yeah, I'm telling you what your goal should be. Your goal should be, I do consulting on weekends, guys. Book me. People have been, and every time I say this, I get bookings. So I really got to sell myself more on this, but I do podcast, business, and life coaching, all type of consultings. But your goal should be to live an authentic life to yourself. I dance to the beat of my own drum here. You know how I say I don't give a fuck what anyone says? Guess what? It's not just a statement. I truly don't. And when I die and I'm on my deathbed and I'm old and you don't even recognize me and I don't even recognize